How are we all? Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day today. A little bit windy on the beach, but it's beautiful. I'm feeling a little bit inspired today. Had a great conversation with a friend today who completely inspired me to put together this live feed for everybody. So, hey Lise, how are you? Great day yesterday, babe. Loved it. Still laughing. Hi Andrea, how are you? We'll just wait 1 minute because I just want to capture a little bit of an audience around this topic because I think it's really important. It's an education, but it's also something really inspiring because most people don't know the secrets to energy. They don't know the secrets to success with nutrition, and I really want to share that with people today. But I want to just do it in a relaxed environment of my own home, with no one around, and just share from my heart what has worked for so many of my clients, but also has worked for myself. So, hi Justine, how are you, darling? Hi Zoe. David, how are you? Okay, so it's really important to understand that nutrition plays a very large role in your personal joy and happiness. Now, a lot of you have heard me speak about happiness before and saying happiness is intermittent. It's not always permanent, and we're always seeking this happiness. And I think that's a part of the elation process. You know, you don't want to seek happiness, you want to seek joy. You want to seek a space where you can feel each moment and be present when you eat, relax, share. You can be quiet, you can be joyful, you can be ecstatic, you can enjoy all facets of life. You want to walk into a party and be comfortable in your own skin. You want to have a large group of people around you and feel comfortable in who you are. You want to experience adventure and outdoor activities, and you want to crave the beach, you want to crave adventure, you want to crave all these things that light you up. But you can't crave any of that stuff, and you can't be driven towards that unless you are clear in your health. Because one of the things that happens when we're unhealthy is we become lazy, apathetic, we become very stuck. We think, oh, I can't be bothered going to the beach today, I think I'll just watch television, or I can't be bothered doing this today because I just feel flat. No, I don't want to go to that party today, I just feel flat. And that's not normal, but that can be controlled by what we put in the body. So if we start our day right, then we can feel incredible. So I was talking about this with a friend today, and I find that I want to share. It's really good that I share this one-on-one with my clients. It's really good that I share this in an event environment, that's fine. But I think really if I can share with the world, then hopefully I can inspire more people around the planet to really understand what health actually means. See, when we go to the gym and we get into that state of euphoria because we've got all the endorphins running through our body, that's fantastic. But that causes a stress on the body, and going and exercising is a brilliant thing to do as long as you fuel the body correctly. And a lot of people overtrain, they over-exercise, and that is a state of elation. And of course, after elation comes the opposite end of the spectrum where you have to hit a bit of a lull. So unless we fuel in between that, we don't feel joy. So people that exercise half an hour a day, it's intense activity, they know what they're doing, and then they fuel their body directly, they have great response to exercise. But another form of elation is going out and partying. And then the next day what happens is we feel flat. So we're looking for elation. What we're talking about today is feeling the joy space with nutrition. So one of the things, I want to give you my top tips on how to feel joy. And the first thing that I want to talk about is breath. So without breathing into our gut and out again, we don't digest well. And if we don't digest well, nutrients can't be transported to the blood, to the brain. And therefore we don't get the gut-brain connection. So a lot of people just breathe into their chest. When they breathe into their chest, they disconnect the heart to the gut. Now the gut actually receives nutrition. The network, the neurological network here talks to the brain and says, thank you for feeding me an avocado. I feel satisfied. I don't feel sick. I feel satisfied. I have fat. I have nutrients. I have plant-based carbohydrates. Thank you for filling my brain. I am satisfied for a certain period of time. So therefore we get this very lovely feeling of joy. Now if I ate a McDonald's cheeseburger and then I ate the fries, then I had the Coke, then I had the sundae directly after, I get a high in elation and then I get a flat in depression. I also disconnect from my brain because I haven't fed my neurological network the right nutrition. So therefore there's a disconnect from here to here. This causes a lot of anxiety disorder, it causes a lot of depression, apathy, and we just become lazy and we become very unmotivated and we're not driven and focused. So when we feed our body plant-based nutrition, we get a connection. First of all, let's go back to the breath. When we breathe, we allow the body to digest, but when we breathe, we put oxygen in the blood and the brain. And this can cause a sense of calm. So that's the first one, is breath. Second one is water. We must be hydrated. It's really important to understand there are two types of water. There is water from the tap that doesn't replicate water in nature. Water doesn't stay still, water is moving, and water has been untampered with. So when you buy water, if you're buying it in, buy a natural spring water or get yourself one of the best filters that you possibly can get. Do your research. A good filter is over and above $1,000. So, you know, you can put a filter on your system at home and it filters through the showers and it filters through the taps, and that's a great way to do it if you're going to do it. But my suggestion is to get a rainwater tank, you know, or drink good quality spring water that you can buy in. And there's a couple of companies I won't mention here on Facebook, but, you know, definitely, you know, if you want to ask me, private message me, I'll send you the links to those. Okay, so that's water. When you hydrate the body, you allow nutrients to rush through the body, to the brain, to the organs, to the blood, to the bones, and you actually get a hit of nutrients. That whole food nutrition heals the whole body. So, you know, when we eat good quality food and we drink water and we stay hydrated, we actually get a sense of joy. Okay, so a sense of calm and a sense of joy. Okay, so those two things are really important. Now, sunlight is really important to understand. So sunlight, without sunlight, a plant doesn't grow and a human doesn't feel itself anyway. And one of the major contributing factors to heart disease, diabetes, cancer and depression is a lack of vitamin D. They say that a lack of vitamin D in the body can be, you can be more than 50% likely to you know, attract those diseases. So I think it's really important to understand that vitamin D doesn't come from the sun, it also comes from small fish that swim on top of the ocean, that catch their own suntan, that have a lot of vitamin D in them. And because these fish are oily, the oil transports the vitamin D to the body, and the body receives amazing nutrition. So you can eat vitamin D and you can catch vitamin D from the sun. So sardines and herring are really important in the diet, although they're the stinkiest fish ever. And if you work in an office environment, people won't like you. So best to eat those at dinner time at home in the comfort of your own home. But I love the fact that vitamin D is something I'm quite attracted to. Now, I'll give you a little test. If vitamin D excites you and you feel energized from it, it means your body is full of vitamin D. Your body wants it. But if you're lacking in vitamin D, you go to the beach and you fall asleep on the beach, that means you're completely lacking in vitamin D. So you need to spend more time in the sun at the right times of the day. And of course, be safe. Please be sun safe, and you all know what that means. There's some really good quality organic sunscreens out on the market. You can do gua sha, and you can, you know, so clean your skin, and then you can put coconut oil on. There's lots of really great tips and techniques around attracting good quality sun into the body. So that is water, breath and sunlight. Let's also talk about whole foods. So I want to draw a little diagram for everybody. I want you to understand something, and it's something I've been doing more and more of so people can see how I teach, coach and train on nutrition and try to make it simple for people, because what I don't want is to be the constant educator. What I do want to be is the person that can inspire you to explain this to others so that you can help coach, teach and train other people into a state of joy through nutrition. And you know, I love what I get to do and I love education, but I also want to see other people get it and then share it, because that's exciting for me. You know, it doesn't take one person to change the world, it takes the world to change the world, you know, so I want that to be something that I teach in a really simplistic manner. So, whole food nutrition. We have 56 trillion cells in our body, and each one looks like this. It's round, it's oblong, it's kind of an oval shape. Now, the human body has 56 trillion of these cells, and these cells need sunlight, water, oxygen and food, just like plants do. So what we need to do is put in those 4 things. We need to put in whole food nutrition. Now, whole food nutrition is plants, more plants, and more plants. Nuts and seeds, little grasses, good quality grains if you can handle them, and then a little bit of good quality meat, fish, poultry, game meats, but really it's more about plants than anything else. I mean, all your good quality nutrition comes largely from plants. So the cell has these components. It has a cell wall. It has something called the mitochondria, which is the engine, which is actually largely responsible for activity in the body. Now, what activity can mean is blinking. It can mean like reaction. It can mean quick-wittedness. It can mean metabolism. It can mean energy. It can mean muscular contraction. It can mean digestion. Like energy, it's this little guy here is responsible for creating something that creates an action in the body. So energy, right? So this little guy is it's really important to feed him. And he's fed by breath and water and sunlight and whole food nutrition, right? Then we have a second component inside the cell, and this is called the DNA. And the DNA needs to be protected, especially if we have predisposed conditions that could come up for us later in life. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that the energy center is strong, so it's creating good quality energy in the body to heal, and we want to make sure we protect the DNA. So say if generation after generation after generation, people in your family at 60 got diabetes, well, you want to protect that. You want to change the lifestyle factors and you want to feed your body correctly. So therefore this becomes protected, and maybe you get diabetes at 70, 75, 80, or maybe you don't get it at all. And this is the thing we need to understand about whole food nutrition. So let's take a salad or an apple. Let's take a fruit salad, maybe a banana. Let's take some form of whole food nutrition, let's put it into body, and this is what it does. Nutrition comes in, and all the antioxidants, minerals and vitamins start to completely fill the cell. Then it pushes out the toxins. So it's like bombing the body full of good nutrition and pushing out the toxins. The toxins don't have any space. It's like, how do I give a good example to this? So if there's one negative person in the room and there's 20 people, that person will soon keep quiet because 19 people are super excited by life. They won't feel like they fit in if energetically inside this cell everybody's positive partiers. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important to understand that when you put whole food nutrition in, it pushes all the toxins out. Now, let's talk about something else. Say if we put food in there that's, preserved and full of chemicals, and let's say junk food, whatever junk food it is. You put that in, and then all of a sudden in here, it's slow, it's sluggish, it's tired, and if we're at a party and there were 19 people that were really negative, the positive person, guess what happens? They check out. So the cell dies. And it's really important to understand that more whole food nutrition we eat, the bigger the mitochondria becomes. When the mitochondria becomes bigger, it becomes stronger, the body teaches itself how to heal. It heals at a cellular level. Also too, when you put whole food nutrition in, it protects the DNA from exposing predisposed conditions. So we have scientifically proven both these things over and over and over and over again. The cell wall becomes thicker and red blood cells start to get created. Therefore, we have high energy, we feel amazing, we feel calm, we feel quick-witted, we feel funny, we feel silly. You know, we're more likely and more inclined to love the skin we're in because the cellular intelligence starts to think in a more positive way, okay? So if we're putting in wheat, yeast, gluten, if we're putting in additives, preservatives, chemicals like junk food, if we're putting in too much poor quality dairy, you know, if we're smoking, if we're drinking continuously, if we're doing things that don't harness excellent energy, what happens is we become tired, apathetic, lazy, and then that just starts to spiral into patterns that create an unjoyful life. But if we start to feel how we feel when we eat food, so we sit and we enjoy a beautiful salad, maybe a beautiful salad with you know, a beautiful Persian feta and some beautiful roasted nuts and seeds, and we've got tons of greens in there and lemon juice and olive oil and, you know, sea salt and cracked black pepper. If we sit down and eat that and feel how that feels when we're eating it, and we feel calm and we feel joyful when we do that, why do we then eat things that make us feel disconnected, tired, full and nauseous? So it's really important to understand that this particular diagram is really, this is how simple nutrition is. We bomb the body full of antioxidants, minerals, vitamins, enzymes, amino acids, all amazing things, good fats, and the cell's so happy, our little cells are so happy, and they start to duplicate and we start to feel so full of life. So whole food nutrition is really important. It's a pathway to joy. But it's not the only pathway. You know, this is the simplistic model for joy. You know, good quality breath, good quality water and enough of it, a little bit of sunlight each and every day, and then whole foods. But then we've got other things we need to look at too. Obviously, is your relationship good with yourself? Is your relationship good with your partner? Is your relationship good with your community and your friendship circle? Are you with the right people? And then, are you living in purpose? So are you living in your passion and living on purpose? Are you doing what you were designed to do? And are you doing what you love to do? And then, of course, I'm a massive believer in whole food supplementation. And, you know, we're not perfect each and every day. We can't always eat perfectly. So what whole food supplement are you putting into your body? And most people who know me know that I look at the immune system, the nervous system and the digestion when I talk about supplementation. Something for the immune system, something for the digestion, and something for the nervous system. It has to work like that. It's called the vitality triangle. So I teach, coach and train on cellular nutrition, but I also teach, coach and train on how to plate up and how to food combine. I also teach, coach and train on how to supplement the right way. It's so important to understand that it is so much more simple than you're making it out to be. We often go to a practitioner and we're eliminating foods, but we're not thinking about crowding out the crap in our body. We actually have to eat volumes of nutrition to feel joy. We need to get volumes of sunlight, volumes of water, volumes of breath to push all the crap out of our body. And it's so important. So I wanted to share this with everyone today. I felt really super inspired because I don't often share this on live feeds. And I want to give everyone a Sunday gift, something to listen to for the day. And I wanted to say that your direction to joy is only 1 or 2 small steps away. And if this resonated with you and you loved this message and you want help, you know, please reach out, because I absolutely love sharing this knowledge with people. Have a beautiful Sunday, everyone. I love you all.